Hello and welcome to Maximum Hymn, the first talking book about the band. It was written and researched by Michael Sumption, music is by Amanda Thompson, and it's read by Sian Jones. You can check out our full catalogue on our website at www.chromedreams.co.uk.
Hello, sweetheart. Again, we had a great time recording it, and we're really happy actually how it is at the moment. And everybody seems to, people who've heard it already, most of the people have been liking it. It's a bit more, there's a bit more of the Iggy Pop and the Stooges, that raw power, sort of like energetic, sort of like that sort of like aggression. But it's still very melodic and very melancholic and very sentimental.
There are very few bands in rock and roll who can take a musical template and reshape it into something so distinctive, fresh, original and extreme. Many acts seem content to cruise on autopilot and bring the changes with a minimum of fuss and effort. There are, however, a select few who constantly strive to fashion something beautiful, outlandish, larger than life, fucked up and poetic. The sort of acts who divide opinion and yet retain a credibility which invites respect and no little further. One such act are the Finnish titans of metal, HIM. They soar to places where few of us have been and provide a soundtrack to all the dissolute melancholy and misery in the universe. Hailing from a country whose climate dictates that grown men wallow in maudlin angst and sorrow, HIM inevitably purvey a relentless, in-your-face brand of doom-mongering, goosebump-inducing sentiment and exquisite melody. Their music, though, differs from their coruscating, riff-tastic peers in that they are unafraid to wear their hearts on the sleeves and illuminate the darker recesses of the human condition. This they achieve with a soulfulness, attention to detail and sincerity, which put the nu metal crowd to shame. Emotional fuck-ups, relationship breakdowns and love and lust never sounded so sweet, and yet so charged with adrenaline, energy and abandon. While HIM's star is still ascending in Britain, in Europe it's a different story. Their records regularly top the charts in Finland, Germany, Sweden and Austria, making singer Ville Valo a celebrity, MTV regular, magazine cover star and pop culture icon. Their music reputedly attracts attention from the music press and has been compared to the best work of Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin and the Stooges, those behemoths of 70s scuzzed-up rock and roll. Yet their peculiar noise marks them out as true originals and innovators, musicians willing to push the envelope that bit further and reject easy categorization. HIM consistently evade the pigeonholing of most dark, gothic hard rock and metal, tapping into a whole new sonic vocabulary and evoking nightmarish and apocalyptic states. At the heart of this crystalline, heart-stopping sound lie the kind of bruised beauty and pathos which only the Premier League players of the rock canon have ever managed to achieve. A multicoloured kaleidoscope of sounds and tunes, HIM's sonic strategy is one of pin-sharp melody, astringent and shuddering effects, towering musicianship, lovelorn wistfulness and acute experimentation. They marry doom rock and art pop without, thankfully, descending into fusion excess, combining improvisational freedom with a solid rhythmic swing, giving space to indulge in some spectacular blowouts. Often savage, sometimes confrontational, occasionally morose, yet always breathtakingly exciting and visceral, HIM strip the metal tradition to its very core and never fail to set the listener's blood racing. Viciously mangling lead and rhythm guitar into a blur of distorted riffs and chaotic bursts of notes, HIM seem hell-bent on approximating the noise of a riot with their collision of metal heaviosity and gothic aggression. They declare war with guitars as weapons and explode with a cathartic fury not witnessed since the likes of Black Flag, Nirvana and Iron Maiden. Guitars are routinely detuned, abused, finger-tapped and generally messed with in ways which invite comparison with the likes of Sonic Youth and the Velvets. But nobody has ever previously juxtaposed pretty melody and amorphous guitar noise to such startling effect. The sheer musicality of their songs, the gorgeous emotional range, the quivering conviction herein, all these things amplify the queasy melodrama of the tales told by this remarkable pioneering band. With healthy sales of their records, well into the millions, and a musical pedigree that looks set to register with more and more people, Him are far from your bog-standard metal act, peddling masturbatory fantasy for spotty, misunderstood teenagers. Their records clearly take inspiration from the great hard rockers of the 1960s and 70s and lace that spirit with a genuine pathos and the poetry of the everyday. These songs are born of much soul-searching, exploration and existential crisis. They are the Anti-Spinal Tap, a band committed to the furrowed brow, the pained heart and the quizzical soul. As well as being the first rock band to create mobile entertainment for fans, they are pioneers and innovators in extracting drama, agony, excess and beauty from ringing axework, lyrical introspection and thuddering, eardrum-bleeding febrile spontaneity. Roughed up, ragged out, thrillingly inventive, haunting and grasping for transcendence, Him exude passion, intelligence and creativity in equal measures. Him songs are invariably preoccupied with the doubts and insecurities of love, not to mention the melancholy induced by such painful self-examination. Those in the throes of romantic obsession or planning on packing their bags would be advised to hold off for a while, though rationing such oral pleasure only serves to increase its potency. Frontman Veal Vallow cuts an alluring, charismatic, fascinating figure, for it is his romantic obsessions which clearly inform his muse. Yearning and grasping for the elusive one, being let down by his love and fucking up his life through his liaisons and entanglements. He openly admits that everything in his life has revolved around romantic love, sex and attraction. These things are what keep him alive, physically and musically. The Him catalogue is imbued with the frisson of longing, the fear of rejection, the awe of the new object of desire, the giddy excitement of a new dalliance, the crushing realization of failure. A metallic lyricism, a strutting freedom, a claustrophobic intensity, an eerie displacement, all these can be found on Him records. In this respect they are unique, fashioning a style which seamlessly absorbs the influence of the usual suspects but spits them out with the fury of a raging beast. They recondition these influences and inspirations and inject a healthy dollop of vigour, poignancy and fearless invention. Loud, colourful, brash, searing and defiantly unorthodox, Him don't so much tear up the rulebook as shred it to pieces. Moreover, for once their self-assurance is matched by their musical dexterity.